Yo, 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 Triple C, what's up? It's your boy Smitty Brine, guesting in a former champ who has did it, as I always say. Adrian, what's up, man? Welcome in.
Pleasure's mine. How's it going, boys?
Oh, come on, get a little bit more energy than that, man. You're talking to your family here in Triple C. There's that smile, man. All right, here's what we got for you, Triple C. We are doing a league scoring format reveal. I know what it is. Adrian knows what it is. Smitty has no idea. So his reaction is going to be pretty good. But before we do that, seriously, Adrian, how's the offseason been? How are the kids? What have you been up to this offseason? Tell us a little bit about it.
Other than work, it's a lot of days at the parks, days at the water parks. We actually just recently moved out to the Chino, California area.
Ooh, nice.
So a little closer to like beach weather, so it's not as hot. Still hot, but I imagine not as bad as where you're at, Brian. But
No, no,
other
man,
than
it's a
that,
dry heat.
it's dry. Okay. Other than that, man, can't complain. Chilling. How you guys doing?
Nice.
How's everyone's summer?
So is football basically your off season where you kind of just tell your wife, "Hey, look, baby, you're gonna be watching the kids a little bit more. I got football right now." Like, is it kind of like off season for you?
She knows when I got a plan for our live draft, like a couple months. I give her the like at least a month heads up. I got one day where I gotta hang out with the fam, the Triple C fam. That's when she knows. Oh, you're definitely on your phone a lot more. She'll call me out on it, but other than that,
No. Well, this year is going to be hot, man. I appreciate you. I will tell you when we reveal this scoring format, our scoring committee went at it. They reach out to me and say, "Hey, you're commissioned this year with Tony. Are you cool with us doing whatever?" And I said, "You know what? That's the reason you exist is to do whatever you want. I'm not in that committee, so do your thing." Do they put in some work, everybody? Smitty, how are you doing? And how does it feel that you Rams fan outnumber this Cardinals fan over here?
Oh
I
God, it
don't
feels
like it.
good. Feels
I don't
good.
like it at
Feels good
all.
being a majority, man. And honestly, at some point, we're gonna be California's majority. I understand there's a lot of history with the Raiders, and they deserve to keep their LA standing. But at some point, it's gonna be unanimous that the Rams are the best in the West.
whose house?
Rams house.
See,
Love
I
that.
knew I was
Oh
going to
my
get
God,
it.
we actually got to get
I
that
didn't
off.
even wear my
We actually
Cards
got to
gear. I
get that
went with
off.
my
That was so
Suns
good.
gear tonight,
We
just in
so
case. I
happy
was like,
about
all
it.
right, I'm a Suns fan on this thing tonight. But all right, boys, let's talk about a little bit of the league history in here. We started this 2020, right? I joined in 2021, so this is going to be the fifth year in the league. Adrian, take over the mic, man. Talk to us a little about this league history, and I might have a couple questions as you go.
For sure. I'll keep it brief. So 5 years running in this league. 2020. Does anyone even remember what happened in 2020? Let me give
Yeah, I went
you
to a bar and they actually let me take the drink home, which was crazy.
Jesus.
I heard it
Let
was
me
like a
paint a little
production,
picture.
like the moon landing, like something didn't exist. Just-
Let me paint a picture for you boys. Let's see. Queen Elizabeth was still alive.
Oh,
Tom Brady
R.I.P.
had just left the Patriots. Do we know who
Was it a
started?
retirement? Was it? Did he retire and then he joined the Bucks? So was it technically a retirement, or was it just he left and was there no retirement in the middle? I can't remember.
I think it was more of a
Think
kickout. Like
he
a
signed. He signed with Tampa.
He signed. All
yeah.
right, he signed.
Do we know who started for the Pats that year?
Oh, Mike,
Was
not Mike
it?
White. The
Hold on. I do know. Is it Cam Newton?
Cam Newton. Cam Newton. Fun
Let's
fact:
go.
during that season, he actually got what we know now as COVID. So it kind of went downhill from there.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, a pandemic happened. We all ran out of toilet paper. Um, I ran out of baby formula. That was probably the worst part.
I was just gonna ask,
Um,
were you guys married in 2020?
yeah,
Oh, Smitty
it was
enjoyed the pre
real.
2020 days then.
But other than that, we had our commish post on the fantasy football forums that he had created a league, and a bunch of us, you know, sitting at home. We had nowhere else to go. We had our masks on. We signed up for that league, and here we are now, 5 years later, still rocking and rolling. So if you don't mind, Brian, just wanted to give a quick recap of what's happened in those 5 years. That
Let's do
works
it.
for you?
Let's do it.
All right, I want to give a quick shout out to our day oneers. These folks have been with the ride, been on the ride the whole time. So Bryce, I put Cassidy in. He had a 1 year break, but he's a day oneer in my books.
Are you kidding
Shout
me? He
out
did the
to-
podcast and co-managed with me that year to make sure he was still a one-timer.
There you go, exactly. Joe, another day oneer. Tony the commish, can't forget him. Podcast legend himself, Mr. Smitty, a day oneer. Mr. Tim Ho, and myself. We are the last of the Mohicans, if you will. So in
You know what sucks?
2020,
You know what
What's
sucks
up?
about that, boys? Is I can do whatever I can create a podcast for this league. I can do whatever I want to do to make up for it. I will never be able to achieve that status, no matter what. I could win this league every year moving forward. I won't be as cool as you guys. Ever, dude. Ever.
true OGs. So that
First
year, 2020, nothing too crazy. We had 3 flex spots, and half-point PPR. Cassidy ended up taking that first title, defeating Bryce.
I'd make a
Shout out,
dub.
Cass, the OG champ. And in 2021, we welcomed 2 current members. We welcomed Hillary, legend Hillary herself, part of the prize committee. Is that right, Smitty?
Yeah,
Yep.
she's a big part.
And then we welcomed the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. B. Arms himself, joined in 2021. In 2021, we had 2 flex spots, half-point PPR. I actually came up on top, again beating Bryce, unfortunately.
And my favorite thing about you winning that year was that was the same year the Rams won. Like, iconic.
Hell
If you
yeah.
ask me, iconic victory for you.
You know how you
Chef's
never forget a
kiss.
draft, boys? Like some things you just never forget. I'll never forget my first Triple C draft. Mike Wright sold me on his champion, Antonio Gibson, because Antonio Gibson won me a league before. I drafted him and JT on the back end at the 1-2 turn. I was feeling great. I took freaking second to last place that year because of the double RB. Oh, they killed me.
All
that
right.
year. Oh, and I traded
All right,
JT to you, by the way, and he took you to a championship.
All right, we're still heat of the pandemic. We welcomed my boy Scotty to the league. The only
What a
addition that
good guy to
year.
bring in the league.
Solid fella. That format, as a reminder, nothing too crazy still. The only jump, we had 2 flex, we had half point, we had full PPR. Oh, we had a keeper league. I think we kept a player in the 3rd round, if I recall. My mind is a little fuzzy on that keeper rule, but I believe it was 1 player in the 3rd. And our champion, 3rd time's the charm, Bryce finally got his win, actually defeating the rookie Scotty in the final.
Cool.
3 years in a row for Bryce. Freaking nuts.
2023 was the keeper.
Okay, 2023.
Yeah, I'm
was the-
100% positive. Because that was a super flex year.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to jump to 2023. We added the last 2 members. We added Dr. Jamie and Dr. John. I don't think he was a doc. Was he a doctor at that time?
He's always been a doctor.
He's always been a doctor. We added 2 doctors. Look at us.
So sophisticated. We got many leather-bound books in our background. I mean, we're nailing it.
This was 2023 was a wacky year. We had the year of the four flex, single RB, single wide receiver, and our first year doing super flex. And we had that crazy tight end premium. So this was the year we saw Tony with his tight end strategy. I believe
Yep.
he was rocking like three or four tight ends. A lot of creativity from that year. I want to shout out Tim, I think, from the scoring committee. He actually proposed that and we rolled that out. And for me, I thought it was a blast. I thought it allowed for creativity for building teams, as exemplified by Tony. Um, Attacking that scoring system however way we can, not being limited to, our two RBs, two wide receiver, two flex. That was a super fun year. And champion, shout out to Scotty coming back from defeat. He actually beat Joe in that battle.
Oh, sorry, Joe.
Yeah, sorry, Joe.
And then real quick, last season, quick reminder, last season was the first year we had an auction draft, in-person auction draft. Hell of a time. I think we had two groups going, you guys out at Cass's bar, and then we had the Cali crew, myself, Smitty, and Scotty. Some fun moments then. That one was two flex bots, half PPR. And coming for the two-time champion, Bryce defeated Dr. Jamie in that one.
Two-time
man.
champ.
Two-time champs. Shout out Bryce. And yeah, that's kind of my oral history of Triple C so far. And hopefully
You know what
that
I'm
kind
hearing?
of...
You know
What
what
are
I'm
you
hearing,
hearing?
Smitty?
What
I'm
are you
hearing
hearing?
that the scoring committee is doing one hell of a job because I like the fact we're switching formats. That's what we do. We do this to challenge ourselves and make us better fantasy football players. That's what we joined the drafts for. So, Smitty, I want to ask you both a question, then we're going to get in a few things. But I want to know, Smitty, what is your fondest memory of Triple C now that we're getting into the fifth season?
So I have so many. Honestly, my latest and it's 1B was the fact that I was able to get all those Rams players last year. That was so nice of you guys. Like, honestly, this league is too smart for y'all to be letting me do that, but thank you. I truly appreciate the hell out of that. But no, sincerely, the Vegas live draft, I desperately needed that Chase and Burrow stack. And the only person that was threatening it, because the only person, okay, so I had the third pick. The first pick was Hillary. She got who she needed. The second pick was Dr. Jamie. And I said, Dr. Jamie, please, for love of God, please do not pick Chase so I can have my stack. And she didn't do it. She picked whoever the hell she chose. I got my Chase Burrow stack. Meant nothing, obviously, but I was just happy that happened. And I was way too excited to draft him. So thank you, Dr. Jamie. That will always be remembered.
Dude, you walked into that draft with your Chase shirt on. You didn't even say hi to me, man. I'm like, what's up? You're like, hey, you just walk in all confident to get your friggin' stack. But Adrian, what's your fondest memory and a championship doesn't count?
Championship doesn't count. My fondest memory was at the Cali auction live draft.
Oh.
Your boy Smitty was feeling a little toasted. And it was at the point of the draft where, we're putting up defenses. Because, no one's going to bid on a defense. So, once you put that defense up, it's yours. And so, I think it was the Jets D. I had put him up because I was like, yeah, Jets D, no worries, just lock it down. Mind you, Smitty already had a defense. Smitty already has a defense, so, he ain't gonna do nothing. He's chilling. He bids. He puts a bid in for the Jets defense. And I just straight looked at him and yelled at him. I think something along the lines of like, you already had a fucking defense. Like,
And this was after he bid like $200 for.
he already done spent
Patrick
his whole
Mahomes.
budget on Mahomes. Yeah, that's the core memory for me. when it
I
comes to
wish
Triple
you could have
C.
seen it from the Colorado team too. We were losing our mind over this. It was great. But real quick, my fondest moment is when I joined this league. You all had a Zoom call, and I was like, never done a Zoom call for 10 other people I don't know. I only knew Tony. I'm in this Zoom call, and you already get an ad. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, dude, I got to step my game up. Like, these people are really good. Like, I realized I was so damn intimidated on the first Zoom call. And like, when we do all these interviews, like everybody we've interviewed, John, Jamie, I mean, cheers out to the dude with the mold. I can't remember his name, but he was friggin' awesome. And cheers out to the crackhead that the old lady that we interviewed that one time. She didn't make it, but trust me, it was intimidating. So that was my fondest memory. All right, we will get to the league reveal in just a minute, but I want to know right now who is the best team in football going into training camp, and who is your Super Bowl pick, Mr. Adrian?
Face hurts. Oh my god.
Best team in football right now. I'll give it to the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, I second that. Finally, I have a Ravens guy on here. I don't have Cassie to tell me we're wrong. Smitty, what you got?
Honestly, I'm really looking at how they worked on their defense during the draft. Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry, that was so funny. Oh my god, those memories were so funny. Yeah, I kind of do agree with the Baltimore Ravens. Like they really fixed their defense, especially that secondary. Or addressed it. They addressed it. Of course, they're rookies, so who knows? But yeah, I fully agree with you. I fully agree. And they got D-Hop. That could be a thing.
I'm not even going there. Stop, dude.
I
Stop.
don't know.
They have Lamar and they have Isaiah Likely. That's all they need, right?
Oh, that's true.
All right, let's get into this reveal. All right, let's start ripping some things off like a Band-Aid. All right, Smitty, you ready? You ready for it?
Let's hear it.
I'm pumped for this year. All right, so first off in the format, what type of draft are we doing?
Formats. But really quick, Brian, I just want to give a huge shout out to the scoring committee working along with me. Shout out Tim, Bryce, Joe, Dr. John. I know I saw you hopped in late, but shout out to them. We really banged this out. Shout out to the commish for putting a league together with a bunch of randoms and then getting us to hop on Zooms, meet up in person from different parts of the world. What are the freaking odds that like you can start a league online and, in 5 years you're still with them, calling them family. So shout out to the commission. Also shout out to the footballers because I think
Hell
that
yeah.
they're that one thread that ties us all together. Format. Drumroll, please. We
Wait,
are.
hold on. There might be a chance I have a drum roll in here. Hold on, let me
Oh, no
see.
way.
Oh shit!
Hold on, I know
The
there's a way I can put
suspense.
music in here. Hold on.
The
Let's
suspense.
figure this out. Oh crap, where's it at?
I
I don't know how
have
to
no
do it.
idea how nervous I am.
I don't know how to do it. All right, drum roll, I got it.
We are going auction, boys. We are going auction.
Yes.
We're running it back,
Usual-
baby.
We're running it back. $200 budget. Nothing crazy with that, but we're going auction.
How do you feel about that, Smitty? This is news to you now. How do you feel?
So this gives me a chance to redeem all of the mistakes I made last year, and I've made plenty. So
We just went over them.
Just
At least
starting
two of
off,
them.
I'm not gonna have two defenses. We're just gonna start right there. And number two, I'm not putting all my budget on Mahomes. I'm not doing that again. That was insane. So yeah, this is a chance for me
All
to
on
write
Brock
my.
Purdy this year.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is awesome. I can't go out bad like that. I couldn't.
Yeah.
To me, it's the best draft format. Like we have access to every player. We're not cursed by our draft position. We're not in the middle. We're not at the end. And it keeps you on your toes the whole time. So to me, it is the superior draft format.
But I think you listened to the league when we did our year-end call. There was a lot of people that said I'd like to try that again. That I remember. So I'm pumped about that. All right. How many starters we got in this league?
Oh God, here we go. Serious.
We want starters or the whole thing?
Let's say starters first off.
We're going nine starters. Nine starters. You can't see that, but nine starters.
All right,
Okay.
You want
so
me
let's
to
talk
list them
about a
out for
start
you?
nine. Let's talk about a start nine. So I hear start nine, and my first thought is, all right, this is either more of a deeper format or more of a shallow format, depending on one question. Are we going super flex?
We are not.
Ah, we're not. All right, so we got a little deeper format. I like this. Start 9-1 QB then. Okay. So one QB. Now let's go over the rest of them. How many RBs?
I'm so nervous.
Starting our Bs, we are going with one.
Okay. Woo. That does that scare you, Smitty?
A little bit. A little bit.
What scares
Okay.
you?
All right.
What scares you, baby?
A little bit. Too many great RBs. Only starting one is insane. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Ooh. I like this so far. All right. What else we got? How many wide receivers?
We got one wide receiver.
Ooh. Only one
Whoa.
wide receiver. Okay.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. Okay.
How
I'm
many
sorry.
tight
I'm
ends?
really like, whoa. Okay.
How many tight ends?
Three tight ends. I'm just kidding. Just one. Just one.
You got me legitimately. Like I was like, can I name three that I can even? Like, I was like, you got me there. All right, cool. Thank God. Okay. All right.
We're gonna be friggin' having to start Daniel Billinger and
Right. Right.
woo, okay. That's interesting. So we only have each player only has to be start or one each position only has to be started once.
Yes, sir.
Is my math adding up?
Yeah, we are four. Four of the nine.
All right. So that means we have 5 flexes, or are we doing something that I don't even know exists? Are we doing defensive
got-
kickers?
We got one defense and four flex spots.
Okay. Okay.
Four flex. So this is kind of
Hey.
our ode to the, what was it, 2023, where we had the four flex spots. You'll notice with this year's format, we take bits and pieces of past formats and try and, take the best of everything and put it in this year. So
Okay.
That was one of
I
my
love what we
favorites.
got going on so far. So how did you figure out how we're going to value the other positions? Let's talk about it. Is there premiums here? We got retiered PPR, full PPR.
want to hit bench or you want to go there?
Oh, please.
Oh yeah,
Let's
we
hit
do
this
need to
bench.
hit bench. The
Let's hit
bench
this
is my
bench,
favorite
because I'm
part.
shaking.
So in the past, we ran deeper benches, kind of led to minimal activity on the waiver. This year, we're going 5 bench, 2 IR.
So I want you
So
to know, Smitty, I don't know if they did this because of it, but my only request to the scoring committee was small benches. We need to get out of this COVID world we were in that we just had all these bench spots, man. Let's play fantasy football the
Yep.
way the ballers play football.
exactly.
I like it.
One
So,
QB, one RB, one wide receiver, one tight end, one defense, 4 flex, 5 bench, and 2 IR.
so with auction, you could build yourself any which way you want with this flexibility. But are we doing? What are we doing for PPR?
So something a little different this year. Another kind of thing we stole, as they say in Scottish, volume is king.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Um,
Let's
Uh-oh.
go.
Hey, what do they
so
say?
we
Sweatpants are moving. Sorry,
so
that was
volume
crazy.
is
Forget what I just said.
volume is going to be king. So we're rewarding 1 full point per reception, so your 1 PPR. We got 0.5 per carry, and we have a full point tight end premium. So we're beefing it up.
Running backs matter, boys. And you know that wasn't my thought, but running backs matter. Tight ends matter. Everybody matters in this one. I think we're tearing this well, man. I like that.
Think of the creativity with the 4 flex, how you could build it, how you attack, how you spend your money in the auction. It should be fun. It should be fun.
Are there any first down bonuses?
Of course.
Yes.
We're going. So just a quick rundown on scoring. Your traditional 6 point for all, QB passing touchdowns, 2 point for 2 point conversions, your standard passing scoring.
Repeat.
And
Did
we
you
are
say
adding
6 points for a passing touchdown?
6 point passing touchdowns. So we're not.
It's all going back on Mahomes.
One little tidbit, we are giving 1 point per first down, rushing and receiving.
A full
Full
point.
point.
Oh,
Full point.
I am in heaven. Y'all did it. Absolute cinema. I cannot wait. I was so nervous too.
All right, I've been walking you through this, but the one thing I really did forget, is there anything for passing first downs?
Should be rushing and receiving, so.
Okay. Anything else we need to know? How are we doing the defensive scoring?
Defense is going to be standard.
Standard?
Nothing too crazy.
All right, so here's what I love what you did scoring committee. Everybody, I'm embarrassed I didn't get everybody's shout out like Adrian did. I'm the jerk. But what I like about this is last year when we did our first auction, everybody said, let's get as standard as we possibly can. It's our first auction. We want to test this one out. We're not testing it out. We can figure out what positional advantage we want to build around on this one per those scoring now. So I love it that this is our second auction and we're starting to do that with it, Adrian. Good job of scoring committee. Cheers to you guys.
Appreciate you giving us the freedom to roll with what we want, so that was cool of you.
All right, so before we get into the real news now, because this one I think is going to be the one everyone's going to be like, what? Anything else on the scoring you need to tell us before we get into that piece of news?
Just some housekeeping. So we're sticking with your traditional $100 fab waivers. That's going to remain the same. We did vote on this, but no divisions this year. So just regular, standard 12-team standings. We voted on this as well, and we are keeping weekly game against the median. So we still have that going. And then playoffs, your standard 16 playoffs. Top 2 teams get a bye weeks 14 to 16. And yeah, I think that's about it, right?
Absolutely.
I think that's about it. But that's not even the wild part to me. I think this is the wild part.
Oh,
Talk to me about why we do this, Smitty. Tell me why we do this.
fantasies for. Oh no, I forgot to vote. It's for.
Well, yeah. Fantasy football for stupid people that want to be sad, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Thank
We're all here because of the love of the ballers. So I would like Adrian to announce the best element I think we've ever brought in from the ballers. Let it rip.
Liddy, I hope you got your pants on, because shit's about to get wild.
Okay.
Starting this year, we've paid ode, we've respected Scott Fish, we've paid our respects to past years' formats. We've taken the best and put into this year's format, but the cherry on top, we are going to pay our respects to Andy, Mike, and Jason of the Footballers. And starting this year, we are going to be rolling out a fantasy footballers keeper rule format. We are going full ballers keeper.
Like league of record keeper?
League of
Like,
record, baby.
League of fucking record.
Oh,
just so I got that
this
straight.
changes almost everything.
That's three keepers. You throw them in, you mix them up, and you get guaranteed two of them, and one gets pushed back in the draft, right?
So I'll try and keep it as simple as possible. I'll also post the details in the chat for everyone to review. But how I have it down. So we're going to have each team is going to get to keep one franchise player and three keepers. The three keepers, they can't play the same position as your franchise player. So if your franchise player is Jamar Chase, your three keepers can't be another wide receiver. Keepers are going to be due July 31st, so that's next year when that's going to apply. Those three keepers go into a random draw, and only two of those three are kept onto your team. The third goes back into the auction draft pool.
Okay.
My favorite
also
show is
gonna
when
do-
they're stressed out about what their keepers are going to be, and they're truly stressed about this. I love you guys did this, Adrian. This is going to be epic. I love it. But I have a question. How could we possibly have keepers if we're doing an auction draft? We don't draft them in rounds, Adrian. That doesn't make sense. It's like quantum physics gone wrong, or we actually break quantum physics?
I appreciate that question, Brian. I appreciate that setup. So keeper cost in the auction format. Again, I'm going to post it in the chat, but to keep it as simple as possible, the first year you keep a player, their cost is going to be their original draft price
Ooh,
plus $5.
okay.
So if you drafted Jamar Chase for $100 and you want to keep him, you want to franchise him, he's going to cost you $105 of your auction budget. And each year after that, that you want to keep a person, that cost is going to double. So year one, it's going to cost 5. Year 2 is going to cost 10.
Okay.
Year 3 is going to be 20. Year 4 is going to be 40, and so on. So if you drafted Brian Thomas, actually, Brian, you drafted Brian Thomas last year.
Yeah, that's
So
my
if
guy,
last
dude.
year we started it, you drafted him for $8 last year. This year he would have costed you 13. Next year 23, then 43, then so on. Your undrafted players, they can be kept for $5 for the first year, and then that doubling rule applies.
Smitty, let's give you the mic.
Just whew. I've never really played in a keeper format like really, so this changes. So I'm not gonna lie. After him naming all the leagues, all the scoring settings, I kind of had an idea of what I was gonna do. This shakes that whole thing up already. So a lot of stuff I have to think about now. So that's exciting. So I really appreciate this. This is gonna be so much fun, and it just really adds to the longevity of this league. Like wow.
Can you imagine if we were in like a 2-point like tight end premium league? The guy that originally bought Travis Kelce like 10 years ago is literally doing his entire friggin' auction budget every year on Travis Kelce,
Oh my
winning
god.
chips. All right, man, that's a lot. Adrian, is there? I don't. Is there anything else? I think that's it, right? Anything else crazy?
No, but if anyone can poke any holes, they have any questions, just message it in the chat and we'll try and figure it out. Hopefully we nailed out every little kink that we possibly could. But we'll
We ran
post the
through
full
AI.
details for sure.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. All right, guys. Here's what we got. I'm going to recap that. We got 9 stars. It equals out to 1 QB, 1 RB, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 defense, 4 flex. We got small benches. We got 5-man benches, 2 IR slots. We have a full PPR format, 0.5 per carry for the running backs, QBs, or whoever gets a rush. 1 point tight end premium, 6 point passing touchdowns, with everything else standard on there. 1 point first down bonuses for rushing and receiving. We have an auction format. We are going to a keeper format. We'll post all the details in here a couple days. We're going to make you all watch this before we do it. But we'll post it all in there, make it clean. I think that's it, boys. I think we nailed this one. I think the scoring committee nailed this one.
Yeah. I came in here really stressed and scared, and honestly, I think I got everything I wanted, except for the small bench. I'm nervous about the small bench, but outside of that, this is a dream. I love the scoring settings.
Adrian, the only real question I have, and I did post it in there, is are we thinking about having a number of years that we're going to keep this format like the auction? I mean, we're pretty much, this is at least a 3-year commitment with the way we're doing keepers, I believe. But is this an indefinite thing moving forward then? This is the format auction plus the keeper?
Never say never, but I feel like we're we're some pretty dedicated, crazy fools, and we love the ballers, and we love, you know, we just love this league. So I see it sticking in the long haul.
Okay.
Do I?
Because the only thing that I will let the scoring committee think about, but if we move into this style keeper format with the auction and we are literally like having to put more money on players to keep them, it's going to be real hard to change almost anything though. That's the only thing I will say, because if you change, 1 point PPR down to a half, it might change who we're keeping and who we wanted to keep the year before possibly. So it's really hard to tweak some of the formats like benches, those things, but it does make it a little difficult. The only thing I'll say. I'll leave it
It's
at
never
that.
too difficult, Brian. Never too
All right.
difficult.
Well, we'll run it through AI, right? We'll fix it. All right. Adrian, anything last thing you want for the scoring committee? We'll get up out of here. We went on a little bit today.
I appreciate you guys having me.
All
Oh,
right.
dude, thank you for coming in.
Thank
That
you,
was
scoring
awesome.
committee. Triple C. Let's get ready to rock. Live draft. We're figuring that out. Sorry we went and switched it a little bit here. I think we're going to get back to just doing it in LA because I think that's probably what everybody planned on anyway. So either which way, I'll get back in the chat. Cheers.